Here at Edge Dynamics making a shave video, and I've got this razor here which just gets better and better the more I look at it. It's a Thomas Turner and it's a frame back, and you can see my soldering in there. And I don't know if you can see like the grain in the ivory. There is a word for that, but it escapes me. And here's the razor. I haven't polished it yet, I kind of forgot to do that. A number of things I forgot to do on this. After I'd pinned it, I've remembered a few things, but polishing it, I have not. I've just done my grind removal technique, and we'll see how it shaves, if it shaves. The thing about this is the gap. If you see the gap that you've got between the scales there for the razor to get into, and it centres perfectly right in that. There's no room for error. The 908, and I've got my DR and the old 28mm. That's completely loaded up. I got the stones out ready for a full progression, but by the time I'd set the bevel I realised it couldn't handle a full progression, so I just did some work with a Tomo. Just made a Tomo slurry, but the thing is I've done a lot of work to this blade and it was just like 5 minutes on the 1K, so it might not be enough work. I mean, the bevel is so, if you see the bevel there, super fine, got a really fine bevel. Yeah, that's good. I can't really feel anything, I can't feel sharpness or... Yeah, that's not really nice. This has been on the workbench, this is another one. Been on the bench for years. And I'll tell you what happened with this one. Was originally it had brass plated frame, and that frame had a fracture on the inside. I saw that when I took it off, because if you want to get a nice bevel on any of these frame backs, you've got to get the frame off. And I tell you what, I couldn't be more happy with this edge. But so what I did was, it's a bit of a Frankenstein razor really. I took this frame, this is steel, this frame, and I don't know what I took it off, but it's something that was knackered, otherwise I wouldn't have taken it. And I then did the razor, the blade, restored the blade, and then left it on the bench for a few years, and I got a bit of rust on this spine which I had to take off again, and yeah, so I put the spine on, scales, I don't know anything about the original scales because it's been that long and I can't see anything lying around. So what I did was I got a Wade and Butcher, and the Wade and Butcher was a regrind. Something I've never done, I never will do, is turn a wedge into a hollow. I'd rather just get rid of the razor. But it was a really bad regrind. I mean, even I wouldn't bother messing about with that Wade and Butcher. But the spine was really nice. It was worked. It had patterns on the spine and stuff like that. So I took the scales, and they're these scales. I restored them, various sanding and techniques and stuff like that, and compounds. And lo and behold, they fit this. I mean, not only did they fit it, the wedge that came with it is spot on for this. So it all worked out really well. But I will say, you've got to know what you're doing to hone this, because it takes a rolling X, but like a specific one, and once you've got it, you just hone away. It's not a problem. But the bevel is I'm really impressed with the bevel, because I don't grind off the edge. I don't shorten the blade when I restore it. But this is spot on. I've got it in the back of my mind as well to keep every frame back, because secretly they are my favourite type of razor. Not the Japanese ones, no offence, but the Sheffield ones. I don't know what's going on with my side E. Got to blame my missus for that. I don't know what she's done. She's quite dangerous, clippers. But yeah, really impressed with that. What else was I going to say? Yeah, the 7-day set. I tell you, I'll update you on the 7-day set. I've had the spines engraved. Now that I've had the spines engraved, which is not in keeping with the razor really, I feel like I got a bit more freedom to not keep everything as it was. So the box, I managed to get the correct screws for the hinges, but I don't want to put it all together until I've lined the box. And I mean, I filled the holes, the screw holes, with wood filler, so I'll re-drill everything, and I got the correct the velvet for the inside. I got the correct stuff, because I got some stuff. I got some velvet off eBay. I got some off Amazon, and yeah, it's complete rubbish. So I found an upholstery website, and I got the exact match. And it's a velvet, but it's an upholstery velvet, not like a dressmaking velvet. But now I don't like it. So what I'm going to do is, there's a shop I went to up London in Soho, a fabric shop, and they've got really nice velvet. It's expensive, but you get what you pay for. And I think I'm just going to use the good stuff. But I'm also now thinking I'm not going to do it cerise. I was thinking I'll go for red, but now I'm thinking, how about if I just went black velvet? So I'm going to go to that shop tomorrow and have a look at their goods. Choose. I might get some black and some dark red and then make a choice. And I've made the little block for the toes to sit in with the slats. That's all good. I just got to polish up the veneer on the box as well, so I'm going to give that a light sand and some polishing. But it really is a labour of love working on that. I mean, it can be overwhelming if you think of the amounts. The scales, I spent probably an hour yesterday on the scales, and I'm really, really impressed with what I've done with those, and I think they're going to look really good. Yeah, it's early, it's 20 past 10 in the morning. I'm just trying to get this shave in so I can get sunbathing, because it's going to be a really hot day today. Looking at 30 degrees, so it's only fair for humanity that I get out there and sunbathe. What I did this morning as well, before the workshop got too hot, is I pinned a razor. Shame it wasn't honed, but I'll have it for next week. And it's it's John and William rag. It's the one that I did in Horn, in Oxhorn, kind of green. If it's white or green, it's kind of green. And silver. So what I did was I took it apart, because I saw, it was one of the first ones I did, and the jimping wasn't that clean, so I needed to sandblast the jimping and remove a bit more. There's a few marks on the blade. And then on top of that I decided to put it back in its original scales in the ivory, and I'm really pleased with it. It's pinned up nice and tight, centres. Again, it's like this one, there's no room for error on the closing, and it centres perfectly. Yeah, this is really impressed with this, really nice. And then I'm just going to use some of the old carite, and that's nice. That's a great shape. That was a great soap, and it was a great edge, great razor. Well worth waiting at least 4 years for that razor to come together. And I think that's the end of the video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.